Welcome to Financials with Ahau. It's a joy to be together with you as we continue on the wealth conversations, and we are building up on speaking about West Africa. Oh, yes, there is so much to learn. It's been intriguing as I've been reading, doing my research to see that your mind can be so close to the area you're familiar to until you walk into another world and you're like, wow, there's a lot to learn. So, we want to go into an interesting area around investing in West Africa, and that is agriculture. What does it look like to invest in agriculture in the West African nations? So I was reading up a bit on this, and you will see below I've put a link where I've gotten quite a bit of information. It's good to give credit. They have done quite a bit of research on interesting areas that we can invest in West Africa. And they list quite a number of countries, and they have over 20 sectors of interest and items of interest in investment. And they talk about countries like Nigeria, they talk about Gabon, they talk about Ivory Coast, Burkina Faso, Mali. These are all upcoming communities that we can be able to invest in. So let's go into some of them. Today I'll pick a few, and as we build up, we'll also talk about the others. So today I want to talk about pineapples and cocoa. I was so intrigued to learn that Ivory Coast, oh yes, and Ghana are leading producers of both of these items globally, not just in Africa. Like literally 70% of cocoa comes from Ivory Coast and Ghana, and a very high percentage of pineapples come from the same two countries. Why is this important? It's because there is also a lot of land that is not being used, meaning the potential to invest in these areas is very, very great. And we know that trade has been opened in Africa. I'm looking forward to see how the AfCFTA will grow trade in Africa, how we will become increasingly borderless. Some of the advantages that other continents have is the lack of borders in terms of trade. They've opened up their borders and have made it very easy to trade and to purchase and to do all these interesting things across borders when it comes to trade. So yes, please think about this too. And I know their weather favors them. There also the fact that a lot of people already know this is where the markets are, so it's very easy to grow in that area. The next thing, which has been on a decline, and I pray that we can be able to bring it back up in Africa. As you can see, I'm wearing something beautiful African, is cotton. Yes, cotton is another very lucrative area of growth. The fibers that come from the African continent, or the cotton we grow here, is very good. And the countries that are leading in this are among them Burkina Faso and Mali. There is so much potential. We also know other regions are doing well when it comes to cotton, but when it's in West Africa, these two are really budding and areas that are worth noting and worth exploring. Another area in agriculture that we should highly think about is the fruits that we eat. What becomes of them? We are so used to consuming them as fast products, but how about we challenge ourselves into processing them? I always remember a few years back, this brought us back to East Africa for a bit. I went for a retreat, and this retreat center was producing their own jams, their own marmalades. I was like, wow. And they are so sweet, so well done, so rich, because whatever they were using was coming right from their farms. And that's the same thing that is happening in West Africa. There's a lot of fruit, and they are really thinking through putting it into higher use, the jams, the marmalades, and different things like that, the sweeteners, making them become manufactured products. The challenge here then, as you hear me speaking about agriculture, is are we moving our products from just raw products to manufactured products? And we've had this a lot. We've had this a lot, but we have to keep challenging ourselves to want to do more in the sector of agriculture in our regions. And we don't need big pieces of land. Of course, to be productive, other continents are winning us because they have economies of scale, but we also have quality, and we can also have collaborative farming. So even as we build up on what else can we do in terms of investment in the agricultural sector, is to think about things that have for a long time been mundane, but things that we can actually explore as investment opportunities in the area of agriculture on this continent, and specifically in West Africa. This conversation is not over. Stay with me, we'll continue to explore and learn together. And do make time to read the article at the bottom, because a lot of what I've said is just touching off the top of it. There's deeper knowledge on it. Thank you so much for listening. It's a joy to share this knowledge with you. God bless. It's Ahau.